Okay, we're going live, and hopefully this is looking and sounding good. Today is going to be something different. I'm on a high wire act here, watching my infant child, and going to edit some photos with you guys. And hopefully things are sounding good. So if anybody's checking this out right now, let me know if this is sounding all right. Sometimes have weird audio issues. But today's quite a bit different. I thought this would be a fun way to give you guys a look behind the scenes at this here. So I've got 152 photos, and these are irregular items that are going to be going up on the site. Hey, what's up, Jim and Timekeeper? Good to see you guys. And thanks for letting me know things are sounding all right. So we've got all these photos of irregular items. And again, like, I know we have a lot of leather crafter fans that follow us and are into the leather like I am. Hi, Ellie. Ellie's making some cute noises. And I know people are really into selling their own stuff. So I taught myself how to edit photos, and I'm getting some decent results. And I thought it'd be a good way to show some of these irregular items for a little bit of time here and show you how I work with the photos. Hey, here you go. Another irregular sale. So yeah, these are items that are going to go up on Friday is the current plan. So I started editing, 15 of these so far. And yeah, Don Ning has a really good question. So what makes an item irregular? For us, it's anything that is outside of our normal standards. And typically the irregular items that we sell, people have a hard time finding the problems with them. We're kind of picky. A lot of the times it has to do with like little inconsistencies. So like the wallet I'm looking at right now, this is a Fat Herbie in natural chrome excel. Has this scuff on the back, and there might be something wrong on the inside too. Let's see. It's pretty good. So it might just be for that little scuff. So usually it's cosmetic issues that aren't going to affect the longevity and durability of a wallet. It could be like an inconsistency in the stitching. It could be an inconsistency in the leather. Something in the construction that's not perfect. So like we can't sell it for full price. So a lot of people like the irregular stuff that we do because you can get a pretty awesome thing at 20% off. So like this Amaretto Herbie, which is beautiful, has some like this little blem right here. It's got like a little dent in the top. Something like that is going to happen just with normal wear. So it's kind of one of those things like, sure, it's going to wear in like that anyways, but I don't want to sell it to you new like that. So we just discount them a little bit. What's up, Jonathan and Michael? I'm glad you guys made it. Yeah, today's a little weird. I had to cut out early to watch my child here, and she's being really awesome right now. So hopefully she'll let me hang out and do this for a little bit. But let me show you what goes into here. I guess I'll flip this back over. So I picked up this Canon camera January this year, and this is what I'm currently shooting all the photos with. This is a EOS R6 with a prime 35 lens on it. Now, all the photos you're going to see came out of this guy. The stuff I used to shoot was a Nikon D750, which I really like as well. I was doing all the videos on that Nikon before, and now I'm doing all the videos and the photos on this guy. I put it up on a tripod. Got some pretty simple lights, and that's what I used to shoot. And then I pull it into this program here called Lightroom, and this is what the image looks like straight out of the camera. I haven't done anything to this. If you're not familiar with a program like Lightroom like this is how you can adjust different settings. So like this is the exposure, there's contrast, there's all these different things, and it can get a little intense. There's like a million things to do. So I try to do as little as possible. What I'm trying to do with the editing is two things. I need to get it to look as realistic as possible, but also like a little bit exciting. So there's a few things that I do to achieve that. So something like this, like pretty awesome straight out of the box, right? Like maybe you just take this tone curve and adjust it a tiny bit to make it like more dramatic while still looking like the real color of this natural chroma cell. Like right now it looks a little dark to me, so I'm going to try to bring up the exposure. Now it looks like my hand is like a little too bright, and I pull down the highlights a bit, and you kind of play with it. At least for me, it's a lot about just my experience with things, of like I know how this looks in person, so I try to adjust it to that point. And cheater way for me is a lot of the times I'll turn off this tone curve and reset everything. So this is out of the box, looks pretty good again, but a lot of the times I like to just hit this auto button and then sort of adjust it from here. So pull back the exposure. These whites are crazy, and you sort of just like slide it around until it looks good. So we'll do this for a bunch of wallets here, and I'll try to skip around so you guys can see some of the different things. I thought this would be a useful allocation of my time to be able to show you this stuff while I edit the photos. The other thing I do is there's like these little bits of dirt on the table, so I'll take this tool that just like removes those. And something like Irregulars, you're gonna see all these little issues in the leather if they're there, but if there's little bits of dust like this piece here, I'll clean up the dust. Looks like I missed that one. So I'll like remove the dust, but leave everything else. So that's pretty good. And then I'll, crop it. And something like this, I'll have to go back later and make it square. So this is kind of how it's going to look on the website. But for now, I like to have like a little bit wider so I can manipulate it more later. Hey, you want your sucker? Hi. There you go. The baby's not crying. Yeah, this natural chroma cell is looking pretty nice. It looks like there's like a little bit of inconsistency in the leather there. I don't even think that's enough to make it irregular. I did notice in this top corner here, we have some stitching that's pulled through too far. Like the thread tension's not set right. So that's probably why this one's an irregular. But you can't really tell on the outside. It looks pretty clean. It looks like there's this one scratch on the outside too. So they're like very small things. I also, so if I find something that I like, I'll just copy all the settings over and then just paste it in one fell swoop like that. And that looks pretty great. But maybe see if I can show you how I get there. So that's way too bright. So it's a lot about like just the taste of like making it look like it really looks and exciting. And a lot of that you can get with this like texture slider here. So if I zoom in, or maybe if I just crop it. So this texture slider, you can make it look boring and flat, which might be interesting for some things, but you can also like really accentuate the texture in the chroma cell. So the point where it's like unreasonable, it like doesn't really look like that. And you can change this sort of clarity slider around too. I feel like these two sliders are very powerful, so I try not to mess with them too much. But that's pretty realistic. Like that's pretty reasonable for how it really looks. And then there's things like changing out this tone curve that I've been learning recently. Oops. So I kind of try to make it look like exciting. You can do other crazy stuff like add a radial filter that makes everything dark around it. Or if you want everything about like on the table to be not textured, you can sort of use this filter, and it's filtering out everything on the outside of the circle right now to make it less sharp, to like reduce the texture. So it's like really making the wallet pop in your face. Because the wallet has, you can do this sharpening mask and make it sharper for the object, and then the table's like not as sharp, so it looks like a little bit more three-dimensional, which I like. I also like to do this little post crop vignette like a tiny bit to make it look a little bit more exciting. So this is kind of like all I really do. And I don't know what I'm doing, by the way. I've just self-taught. So I'm certain that there's better ways to do like everything I'm doing. But clean up the table a bit, like remove all this dust on the table. Looks like there's a little speck of dust on the wallet there. So I'll try to clean these things up. And that's pretty much all I do. But I guess we'll do a few of these together. So you can see some of the wallets. Here's another one of the Chrome Excel. Hi, Ellie. It's fun being a dad, man. I just don't know what I'm doing. So that looks pretty good. I'll have to come back and like clean up this dust later. But I'll try to move kind of quickly so we can get more viewing of more products. So this is a black Dublin Herbie. It's got a bunch of dust on it. Some of the black stuff really shows dust. So I feel like I have to clean up dust a lot on black. But the texture on this guy is really neat. I always talk about the, like if I slide this texture slider up, you can see like an unreasonable amount of texture, especially my hand. But the Dublin grain is so neat, and all the figuring in there is really cool. That looks pretty good. Yeah, being a dad's hard. It felt easy at first because she would just, like, all she would do is sleep, but now she's becoming a real person. So it's beginning to get a little bit more difficult, which is fun. Oh, D'Angelo. Sorry, I miss you. Good to see you, D'Angelo. Thanks for hanging out. See all this dust? The black stuff and the way that I angle the lights, it like really makes all the dust stand out. So I'll eventually go back through and like clean up all this little bits of like, I don't even know what it is, like little pieces of fiber from our polishing cloths and stuff like that just get in the air and settle onto the everything. So there's dust all over this that I'd eventually go back and clean out every single one of these. This Dublin Herbie looks pretty sweet though. See all this little dust? It's so annoying. The dark colors really make the dust stand out. This is looking a little green. So this might be the most weird video that I've done, but if you're into the irregulars, you're seeing it before anybody. I just shot all these photos today. And there's some really crazy stuff in here, like this one, which I put on the live stream yesterday. Somebody was interested in this, and I didn't know what it was. Matt just handed it to me. But this is a reverse ultraviolet on natural, and then the inside is raw amaretto with this magenta stitching. So there's some pretty cool stuff in here. It looks a little hot. I mean, that's what it looks like. This is English. So I actually thought this English tan was one of the most interesting from the whole batch. It's not really that red. Everything's looking a little yellow. You can see some dust on here too. Live daily. You know what? I actually was so behind on everything being a dad now that like I was actually thinking about doing less videos, but I know that they're very important for me to do. It's just like I can't get as much stuff done as I want to. There's so much stuff we have to do, and we're like rearranging our workshop right now. We've got all this nice storage racks and stuff, and we hired a guy to like rebuild the basement of the workshop. I just haven't even had time to organize it, and one of our teammates is out with some family issues, so we're like a little short-handed, and it seems like people really want wallets right now, which is amazing. So I was actually thinking about pulling it back a bit, but I like showing the leather to as many people as I can. So I do want to do them. It's just it's a big commitment, right? So I like this English tan Herbie a lot. It's so much better in person too. All right, let's go to this raw amaretto, which we don't see a lot of the raw amaretto. And I think this was I might be mistaken, but I think this was a private stock wallet or custom ordered wallet that somebody bought and then returned. There's like there's a little scratch in the back here, right there. And I think that's why this one's an irregular. But usually people are looking for this Horween measuring machine stamp, which is super rare. This is one of the most unique Herbies that we've done, and I really, really like it. The like random dye marks from the reverse side of the ultraviolet is really cool. And then raw amaretto on the inside is really neat. I love the amaretto, and that's just like the not polished version of the amaretto shell there. So I bet that would wear in pretty cool. And it's like more there. But yeah, I mean, if I got time, if I have time, I like to do as many videos as I can. And like, again, like I don't know what the hell I'm doing for photos or videos, but I enjoy it a lot. I'm just teaching myself, and I like learning new things. I like creating stuff. It'd be fun to do like more fancy videos, but video is a mega time sink. That's been kind of challenging. I've been enjoying doing the 4K videos, but they take up so much file storage space. So that's been the new struggle. And let me actually show you something. I have a I want to do a live stream. How do I do this? I want to do a live stream where I've been trying to keep like a library of all the photos I take, and let's see if I can pull that up for you. There's some pretty awesome stuff that we've made, and I've been documenting it for a bunch of years. And I've been trying to categorize them as if I needed more projects to do. All right, so I have this. Check this out. All right, I got this Google Drive folder where, let's say you wanted to see like all the Johnny the Foxes. So in this folder here, and thank you very much, Jeffrey. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just like learning. So check this out. I thought it'd be a fun live stream for me to do, to like go through you know, all the photos of like every wallet we've done. So like here's a folder of just the custom foxes that we've done that I happen to have taken a photo of, and there's like so much cool stuff. So it might be fun one day to do a stream just like this where we go through the photos and just like look at them. And that's a blue Rockford. That's amaretto in color 8. Amaretto. That's a black on red visage latigo with the orange stitching, which turned out pretty cool. That's a blue Rockford. Amaretto in color 8. Color 8. That's the Visage. So there's like so many awesome wallets that we've done that I've been trying to keep track of. That's a Tumbled Natural. Amaretto. Color 8. And like I can see how much better the photos have gotten recently. That's pretty cool. Marbled Black. I'm not sure what that is. That might be in like natural or something. It's like a orangey natural. Not sure. Marbled Blue. I can't tell what that is. It's probably Amaretto. Reverse Black. So we have like, I've been cataloging all this stuff like an idiot. But you know, if somebody says like, hey, what does the teal Latigo Johnny the Fox look like? I have all these photos like ready to go to send them. So I can say that's what the teal Latigo looks like. And it's ready to go. So we have I have every wallet organized. Like a Fat Herbie. That's the raw natural on the left and the raw on the right of how much it changes. It's pretty sweet. Like here's all the custom Herbies. This is the one I posted on Instagram the other day. So it's like everybody lost their mind. And that's the tumbled shells with Skip's tumbled shell quaddies. This is the picture I put up. I love that wallet. And I don't know if I'll be able to get that leather again. It's marbled color 8. That's Skip's wallet. But this photo was taken a year ago probably. And I borrowed that again from Skip like that last week. That's Cobalt Blue Dublin, which I'm intrigued by. I really like Cobalt Blue Dublin. But it's sometimes a little too dark. So I wish it would be more like a blue. Anyways, maybe we get back to work here. I tend to get distracted by looking at everything. But we make a lot of cool wallets. And like sometimes I'll just be a nerd by myself and like just like look at the stuff we've done. Hi. You want this? Here you go. Okay, you don't want it. Anyways, we've got a lot of cool stuff. So let's get back to work. Yeah, the Blue Rockford is pretty special. Michael DeGregory says my wife's custom 3-shot should be ready soon. Raw and reverse UV. Actually, there's some. I haven't seen your wallet yet, but I know that there's some irregular 3-shots in this photo batch that maybe we'll get to. So see this piece of dust? I just nipped that out. And then there's like all these little dusts. But yeah, to be honest, like I don't know. I never went to take like a photography class. I guess I just like it enough to keep like experimenting. And it's gotten me pretty far. I just have had to get good at it because that's how we sell stuff. Is I've got to get a photo of it. Here's some dust. And then I'll watch like YouTube videos of like how to do video things. So YouTube is really useful, I find. Check out how sweet this color 8 is, by the way. It's like wet looking and it's amazing in person. There's actually 3 of these foxes that are 100% color 8s. They're really nice. I forget what's the deal. I forget what the deal is with these. That's dust. There is issues on these. I forget what it was. It's like there's like a little bit of haziness to them. I think that seemed a little strange. Like this is all dust, so I have to go through and clean all that up. It's a cool looking fox. Do you want? Here. I'm very impressed that my daughter's not just screaming at me right now. So here's an interesting slider. Dehaze. And with the shells, they're so bright. Sometimes it helps for me to like use a tiny bit of this dehaze, but it changes the color a little bit, so I try to not mess with it. And you know, again, I'm not a photographer, so taking photos of something like a mirror, like the shell is, seems very challenging. And I find it challenging because I think I want to show you like how shiny it is, like what the luster is like. But I think technically, like the photo is incorrect. Like you're not supposed to have this amount of glare. And I feel like it's whoa, what am I doing? I feel like it's just representative of like what that wallet looks like. It is shiny. And yeah, Skip's wallets are crazy. He's wearing that new Tony the Ant with like an open bill slot. Hi. Here you go. All right. Dad duty done for 5 minutes until she screams again. But Skip is wearing that new Tony the Ant with the open bill slot, and he showed me that yesterday when I stopped by. It's super cool, and I was really surprised at how many people thought how cool it was that they've ordered some of those. So we're gonna make some people those open bill slot Tonys, tall Tonys that Skip's just like Skip's wallet. I don't like this one. Here. All right. So we got 3 of those foxes, and they're really nice. This guy here. And it is covered in dust. All this dust. I'll spare you. I won't do dust removal together. This is a really... This was the other item. This English tan fox, especially on the inside, is super nice. The exterior leather has some like weird issues. I'm not really sure what they are. Maybe it would be better visible here. These little spots. But the, like these... It's like little pock marks or something. That's just not our normal standards, so I'm gonna reduce the price. And those might be even hard to see in this super zoomed in photo, but there's these little dots. And this wall is less red in person. Let's see. The inside of this wallet is like crazy nice. I really, really like this one. So something like that. Sure. I really like that wallet. All right. The interior was really special. Boom. Get rid of the dust. All right. That's pretty cool looking. Really like the English tan, and I'm glad that people are picking up a lot of Dublin. Check out this Dublin. This figuring on the outside of this guy is out of control. It's very intense texture on the outside of that guy. It's pretty cool. And then this one has the black horsehide on the interior. forget why this one's an irregular. But it looks pretty nice. So we're giving away all the secrets today, showing you how the sausage is made for photos. The least leather video that I've ever done. But if you're into the irregular wallets, this is the first that you're seeing them. And dust. All right. So I think I shot all the foxes together. There's a little dust. That's pretty awesome looking. And natural chrome excel. This one has like a spot, like a healed scar. And some like eyelashes. Weird. This one looks pretty nice too. That's the mock interior. We're out of this leather right now, which is a bummer. The irregular sale I'm trying to do for I'm trying to do this Friday, which is why I'm working on the photos right now. Seems like unreasonably yellow here. Let's see. It looks more like that in real life. So yeah, Friday I'm trying to launch all these irregulars, and then tomorrow I'll do a video with these wallets and we'll look at them together. Although this is a pretty detailed view of them, it's just maybe not the most exciting video. Maybe I should skip around. We'll do one of each wallet. This is natural shell. So we did have an irregular from the natural shell with reverse interior. It's this spot right here on the outside. It has like this, I don't even know, like kind of gnarly imperfection in the shell. It's not normal. And this does not look that yellow in person. It's like, it's less golden than this. That's about right. It's still like a little yellow. Yeah. Dehaze. Kind of looks like that. And this one has that really cool reverse interior. Check out those dye marks. You can really see, like when you take a photo like this and zoom in and see my gross hands, you can really see that grain texture in the reverse side of the shell. And the reason you see the grain texture here is because the shells are actually on the flesh side of the leather. So there's two sides, the grain side and the flesh side. They dig at and find the shells from the flesh side. So when you flip it backwards, you get this grain side, and it's very pronounced grain on most of the shells, on the grain sides of the shells. That one's pretty cool. I don't know if I'll have to mess with this. The lighter colored stuff, lighter color wallets tend to look better. Like they just look awesome no matter what I do. Where the dark color wallets are a little bit more tricky. What's up, Richard? How's it going, man? Welcome to Phil's teaching himself Lightroom video. So this looks pretty cool. So we have that natural reverse interior. There's only one of those. This wallet was really neat, but it has some weird stuff on the edges. And I think there's like... This one bums me out. It looks better in person, but see this dark, like, sort of framing around the edge? It's like some wax got pulled up on the edge of this wallet and polished in. It melted it, and it got darker on the sides. But this Amaretto Tony is really nice. And some dust. There are some little scuffs in there, but everything I'm pulling out is dust. Dust. MJD says, my natural shell fox is looking better every day. The luster is insane. Only 5 months in and I can see the patina come. Yeah, man. It's going to get, like, the change that occurs is, it's pretty linear. Like, it continues for a couple years and then it sort of stops. Or it doesn't really stop, but it, like, gets to a point and then it's not as dramatic of a shift. But like when you get this light, when it starts off light and then it slowly changes, like, it looks really cool. This Amaretto is not this red in person. How do I fix that? But seeing the framing of the edge, that wax that's melted in, I don't love that. And it's got this little dot right here. It's a shame because this is like some of the nicest shell I've had. And we might have ruined it a little bit. And this Amaretto, it's interesting because I always talk about how much I love it. And a lot of people hear me say, like, it's my favorite shell color, and then they get it. And they're like, oh, I saw it in the videos and I liked it, but in person this is so much better. The Amaretto has this like wild color range to it. It's very interesting, and it's hard to photograph. All the shells are super hard to like capture what it is, which is why I started to make the YouTube videos, because I thought it would be a better way to like for you to see what the hell it is. It's like, this is not that red in person. Maybe it's just a bad angle. It's tough. It looks, that's like the real color on the right. It doesn't really look that red. So I'll have to figure that out. Dust. 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 It's pretty nice, Tony. Oh, yeah, I forgot I'm supposed to skip through. Alright, we're going to go back here. AKS Minster. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Or enjoying it. I thought it'd be interesting to try something new. But yeah, it's pretty wild, like, how much you can change the look of something. Like, in this color thing, like, honestly, it doesn't really look that purple in person. It looks a little bit more red. So, like, you could take this purple slider and, is that right? What color am I looking at here? Oh, I guess this is a terrible demo. Maybe my screen is busted. It looks purple on my screen. Maybe it's red? Yeah. So you can like fully manipulate everything about this to the point where like I know it doesn't look like that, but you know, you can make it look magenta and it looks real. but it doesn't look like that. So that's the challenge here, is like, how do you make this look exciting and still real? I wonder if my color on the screen is calibrated correctly. Because this color rate Chrome Excel is like pretty red and not purple. So I'm a little worried that maybe my screen at home here is not accurate. It kind of looks like this. This is how it looks in person. Hi. Yeah, no screaming for you guys yet. This is like my lucky day. I said I was on a high wire with this video here because she could just go nuts at any moment. Dust. Boom. So sometimes I'll get lazy and like not take out all the dust, but you know, something like this that's like an actual little ding, I'm gonna leave in there. And a lot of times it's stuff like this in the background that's like a lens flare piece of dust that I'll try to clean up. Like, see it on the top? It's kind of hard to see. Oops. This. Boom. It just kind of like cleans it up a little bit. Alright, so that's the color rate Chrome Excel. Here is a tall... What color is this? Is this cigar? This might be color 4. It looks really hot. Yeah, I think this is color 4. Dust. Dust, 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 dust. Oh my god, dust. There's dust everywhere. It looks pretty nice. The color 4. That's pretty badass. The tall Tonys. There's like a piece of hair. Gross. This is like an actual little scuff on the back. This looks like dust. It's cleaning up the dust is like half of my job. Michael DeGregory says, I'm on delay, but that black Dublin Fox is crazy nice. Yeah, man. I'm gonna check out that one again. The this black Dublin Fox has such wild texture. And it's gonna be pretty cheap. I think it's gonna be like $80, maybe less. So all the irregulars are 20% off, including this guy. So there's a couple in here that are like private stock type items that are gonna be discounted because there's something up with them. But this one looks really neat. This is some dust. A lot of little dust. The darker colors show the dust. This up here is a scratch, so that's probably part of the irregularity. This guy right there. But it's like when you zoom in on something, you're gonna see a lot of crap that you probably won't see like on a not zoomed in image. So I probably wasting my time here. But this is raw denim and amaretto with like sort of orange stitch, and man, that's really neat. That's pretty sweet. Here's the inside. I've been kind of digging, we call this the baby Ashland stamp right here. I've been kind of digging that. But the blue and orange together is really, really cool. Yeah. I like this wallet. So yeah, again, this is one of those ones that probably probably was intended for a private stock. That you know, we just had some issue with it. We must have like scuffed it up the process, or maybe it was a return. I'm not actually sure. Looks like maybe that one little scratch right there is the problem. Nice little photo. It's like everything's so dark. I think it's this little scratch right here. Dust. Clean the dust. It's nice. That looks pretty badass. There's so much dust. So usually what I do is I just put on like really angry heavy metal and do this. It's kind of fun. It's fun for a bit. But removing dust is like a job. This bugs is really nice, except look at the imperfections in the shell right here. And yeah, we're zoomed in like mega huge, but they are these little things are very obvious in person. It's a really nice piece of shell otherwise. And I could lie to you and just like cover them up, but that would not be cool. So I'm sure like a lot of places do that, but I don't do that. We'll put them back in there. And it looks like there's a little scratch right there that'll probably come out. Dust. Looks a little hot. Yeah. Oh, what's up, Austin? Hey, it's Austin's birthday today. So happy birthday, Austin. Yeah, dude. Let's remove some dust. Alright, yeah, here's some dust. Boom! Get rid of that dust. Looking pretty nice. Looks like a little bit of dust. So I try not to do too much stuff. Like, these are pretty good out of the camera, but it's just like making it look like it really looks, and sort of exciting is the name of the game. Hey, like that's a pretty awesome bugs. We'll come back to that. Here's another bugs, color 8 chrome excel. That one I was looking at earlier that was like, oh, it looks really purple. This is kind of how it looks. This, to me, this looks like well represented. That's pretty accurate. I don't think there's any brands in the wallets today, Aaron. The brand stuff, if we were to do that, you'd probably be more likely to find it in the private stock stuff. And I'm trying to do a private stock event within the next couple weeks. But these irregulars, you probably are not going to find that in there. These are more like little cosmetic issues. We try to save the brands for like special things, which is sort of the concept behind private stock in general. Oh, this is a vertical bugs. Looks like there's a little bit of wax up there. Let's see. I don't have any dust to remove for you, MJD. All right, here's some. Boom. Boom. And the other thing is I can get rid of this nasty crap on my hand. Look how gross I need the lotion. Let's remove this little thing. Yeah. Powerful technology these days, man. You can fix people's gross hands. Yeah, it looks like we should have burnt this thread a little bit better. Oops. A little wax nub there could have been better. I will be waiting. Aaron says, I'll be waiting. I missed the passport holder in the past one. I'm going to suggest this, Aaron. You might want to send me an email and tell me what you're looking for. I can go sort through our leather to see like what brands that we have. That might be the best way, because you know, odds of us making like the perfect passport for you in a private stock are pretty low. So we can just have one made to order for you. It's a little bit more, it's like 10, it is not like 10%. It's 10% more expensive to have something made to order from us. But that way you get like exactly what you want. And it takes, depending on what you order, it could take 4 to 6 weeks if I have the leather. But that way you at least get it. So, you know, if it's a $300 wallet, you're talking about $30 more. That might be worth it to you. But if you want, I can work with you on that. That working man hands. Yeah. So you see on this color 8, the Chrome Excel leather is so oily and waxy. It like sucks up dirt. It's like everything sticks to it. I actually saw a video of somebody applying beeswax to a boot, which reminded me of the Chrome Excel. It's just gonna like suck up so much dirt by covering your stuff in beeswax. So maybe don't do that. But yeah, the Chrome Excel and the darker colors show a lot of it's too dark. They show a lot of dust in the photos. It shows everything. All right, here's some gross hands. Ready? This is intense blue shell, and this is like a really nice piece of shell. Yeah. Look how gross. Actually, this one doesn't look as chapped as the last one. Yeah, here. We need some cuticle, how do we fix? Yeah. There you go. Give myself a little manicure. Is that what it's called? Looks better. How about this gross shit? All right. Let's get for real. All right. Dust. This intense blue is really nice. It's dark, but the stitching is blue, so it should help give like an essence of like what the real color is. But it's pretty dark, which is why we moved away from this intense blue and we moved more towards like a denim blue, which really reads as blue. This is kind of like ocean blue. It's super dark. It's not navy. It does have some like vibrance to it. Here goes all the dust. It's a really nice shell on this one. I think this had a vertical, yeah, this is a vertical card slots on the inside that are really cool. Some intense blue vugs with the vertical card slots. All right, here's some gross hands. There's another nice looking bugs. This looks a little yellow. Super gross hands. And look at all this. Disgusting. So yeah, this has some little scuffs on the outside. I think that's why this one's an irregular. It's a shame because it's a really nice piece. All right, we're on photo 112. Oh, here we go. It's got this like big something or other on the inside. I think that's like a scar. Dust in the wind. Put on some I should play some dust in the wind right now. Yeah, these are not dust though. These are all little somethings. I want to remove dust for you. Here's a dust. Dust. But like all this other stuff is like little scuffs that we could probably fill in some of them. But like that's not going anywhere. So you're going to get that. It's a shame. It's nice. It's a super nice wallet. Otherwise, other than this. Hello. Here you go. Alright. Baby false alarm, I guess. Here's some dust. That's a pretty cool wallet. Alright, let's see. This marbled black Frank was really cool. I mean, I don't even have to do anything to this. Dust. Dust. You hear my daughter going wild over there? That's pretty sweet, Frank. Looks a little hot. That's pretty nice. Dust. That's pretty cool. Alright, we'll keep moving. Here's another Frank. This is a black Dublin Frank. And I'm talking about how the black shows all the dust. This is going to take a long time. But the black leathers really show a lot of dust. It does not look like this in person. Probably should have done a better job brushing this guy off. But there you go. That's a lot of dust. There you go. You okay? You okay? Here you go. Aww. Here you go. You want your sucker? Ellie's mad. You okay? She is giving me the stink eye. Alright, we'll clean up this dust later. That's not fun. That black Dublin's pretty nice. What's wrong? Are you okay? She's got a big stretches. Hi. Here you go. Alright, just need something to suck on. Alright, Black Dublin. Pretty nice. Aha! Here's the 3 shots that I think Michael was asking about. I think Matt was trying out some experiments and he made these irregular items. I think this is a raw denim that's hand stitched and it's a 3 shot. So this card slot on the front is duplicated on the back. Here. Here you go. Hi. Alright, we might might have to be wrapping it up kind of soon here. But this is a 3 shot that Matt made. Or another 3 shot. I think this is cigar. With that same concept here. And that might be... Oh, there's one more. It's a color 8 in garnet with a red hand stitch that he made. Looks like we got a bunch of dust. Get rid of that dust. That one, I think that's my favorite one that he did. It turned out pretty well. Looks like Color HL Tony turned out pretty well too. Aw. Here. She's funny. Alright, we're gonna be wrapping it up pretty soon here. I think I might have to feed her in a moment. Looks like we got a bit of dust on this guy. A lot of dust. Like hair and dust. Another one bites the dust. Yeah, we'll come back to this guy. Looks like oh yeah, we had some capones. There's 3 of these natural capones. This one has, see this stitch on the bottom where you see the thread being pulled up too far? It's in your mouth. This thread tension is not correct right there on this guy, and there's 3 of these. They're pretty nice other than this little tension job. You can see the tension right there. Not the best. Alright, and then there's a natural chromic cell one. Hi. There you go. Oh, we're definitely gonna have to wrap it up. Oh, and then these were the wallets that we shipped today. So I think that's everything. Here you go. Perfect timing. Well, I'm gonna try to pick a stunner. It's gonna have to be this guy, right? That one turned out really well, and then there was this one, the amaretto in the beginning, that I might have just skipped over completely. This Herbie was really nice too. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. We should stop. Yeah. Here you go. All right. Well, time to wrap it up. But thanks for coming to hang out. It's been kind of random. These are the irregulars. Will be up hopefully Friday. Oh my god. Here. Yeah, and I'll do a video on them tomorrow also, so you can get a nice look. She keeps spitting out her thing. Well, everybody that was here to hang out, thank you guys for coming to see this weird back end. I gotta take care of this baby. Here you go. Here you go. Okay. Anyways, appreciate you guys hanging out. Definitely gotta go.